News highlights today include Barnaby's stirred up a hornet's nest in the west this week. Murray Goulburn's soft opening milk price for 2017-18 has opened a farm gate for Fonterra Australia to show some leadership. Steady as she grows for grains and dairy ahead, according to NAB Agribusiness. Strong, clear and transparent national energy policy goes begging because of soft politicians, Journo Michael West tells. Welcome to Digital Farm TV's weekly news wrap. I'm Andy Walker. Federal Agriculture Minister Barnaby Joyce stirred up a hornet's nest in Western Australia this week, following his support for a radical proposal to force grain handlers and some farmers to report how much grain they were holding. In a move some suggested smacked of a return to a regulated wheat market, Joyce said he was in favour of measures that might bring transparency to the grains market to benefit growers. The countryman said it understood elements of a powerful East Coast grains lobby were campaigning for a national reporting system. They argued greater transparency would give farmers an idea of how much grain was in the system, allowing them to better pick the optimum time to sell. NZ dairy giant Fonterra has positioned itself as the chief milk price setter in Australia, after dairy cooperative Murray Goulburn set its opening milk price for this season well short of that of Fonterra Australia. Murray Goulburn set its opening farm gate milk price for 2017-18 at $4.70 per kilogram of milk solids, down from $4.95 a kilogram that it had set for 2016-17. The co-op expects the milk price to improve to between $5.20 and $5.40 per kilogram as the year progresses. The forecast compares with Fonterra Australia's range of $5.30 to $5.70 per kilo. Firmer wheat and dairy values have lifted Australia's farmgate prices during the past month, but it was difficult to predict whether upward momentum could be sustained, National Australia Bank reported this week. The bank's Rural Commodities Index was up by 1.5% in May. Its weighted dairy export indicator rose by 9.1% across the month in the index's best performance for 5 months. Dairy benefited from the improved demand from China and earlier flooding in New Zealand, although the bank noted that the farmgate prices were lagging behind the improvement in processor prices, with little incentive for farmers to produce more milk. While global wheat prices were firmer than the low reached in the second half of 2016, NAB says the increase was small. The lack of an effective national energy policy in Australia was because politicians lacked the courage of their convictions, a respected investigative journalist Michael West told the AgriMinds think tank in Sydney this week. He pointed to soaring gas and electricity prices that were hurting the farm sector, manufacturers and household consumers. West said the solution to soaring gas prices might be found in cost and volume transparency, a domestic gas reserve policy, ensuring producers pay their due taxes and royalties. Australian farmers and agribusiness may be able to transform their energy use following this week's announcement that NAB and the Clean Energy Finance Corporation will provide an additional $180 million funding for new energy technology investments. The new finance extends NAB's successful energy efficient bonus program to $300 million, according to a bank spokesperson. The program provides NAB customers with a 0.7% discount on its standard equipment finance rate for loans for eligible clean energy investments. Eligible equipment includes vehicles, irrigation systems, solar, building upgrades, lighting upgrades, processing line improvements, and refrigeration. Total planted area for Australia's 2017-18 winter crop is expected to remain on par with last year at just over 22 million hectares, according to Rabobank this week. While the agribusiness banking specialist said that after record production in 2016-17, early indications pointed to a return to 5-year average annual production levels. However, considerable downside risks existed due to unfavourable climate forecasts during the growing season. A Rabobank senior grains analyst said that wheat's planted area was likely to be steady, while hectares planted to barley and oats were forecast to move down by approximately 7% and 11% respectively. New ABARES research this week confirmed that Australians continue to live in hungry times. There's been an 88% rise in the real value of household food consumption since 1989-90, from $49 billion back then to reach $92 billion in 2015-16. ABARES' Peter Gooday said factors that influence food demand included population, income, prices, tastes and preferences. In high-income countries, the share of the household budget spent on food tended to fall as household incomes rose. In Australia, food as a percentage of household spending declined from 17% in 1964-65 to 11% in 1989-90 and 10% in 2015-16. Well, that's it for Digital Farm TV Rural News this week. I'm Andy Walker. Look forward to your company again next week. Bye.